Welcome back, my Cybertronians, and welcome to, I suppose, part 4 of this Devistator build. And we have already, as I said, we've already looked at Scrapper, Bone Crusher, and Hook, and of course, Long Haul being next, part of the Commander class of this series, of this set. Now, because it was a master class, what am I saying? I do know words, I really do. It's not just you, it's happening to all of us. Even though this is a commander class set, with more to the point with Hook and Long Haul. Hook, like I said in the last video, was not my favorite of this set. He doesn't feel like a commander class figure. He doesn't. His articulation is basic, a little lackluster, to be fair. The plastic in some areas feels a little bit flimsy. So for that reason, I was not too thrilled with Hook, especially at a commander class price point. However, Long Haul here, get in here. This, and yes, even with his trailer, this I feel is where the money for the commander class and in this set went to, and he is my favorite. Straight up, he is my favorite out of all of these Constructicons. I remember I used to have Long Haul. I even used to have Hook and Mixmaster when I was a child. Never had the others. So I never had a full official G1 Devastator. This is the first official G1 Devastator I've ever owned in my life. Didn't even own the Combiner Wars one. But with Long Haul here, he was my favorite when I was a kid. His transformation was easy, simple, but it done the job. And it done it well. And they've nearly nailed that transformation with this guy. So anyway, just to say very quickly, he does roll. I never said that for Hook, but he kind of rolls all right. Not all his wheels catch, but that could just be because of the surface I'm filming on. But Hook here, Hook. Words, Mark, words. Long Haul here. He rolls, and he rolls very smoothly. I know some people are dumping on the fact that he has this trailer here, but considering that, if you look at what the G1 Devastator done to get that combined mode, there was so many extra kibble that just didn't even integrate into the vehicle modes. It was just left in a pile on the side if you wanted these guys in their individuals modes or even their alt modes. At least here, they found a way to incorporate the vast majority of Devastator into one vehicle. And if they had to pick a vehicle, Hook or Long Haul, what's with me today? Long Haul here is the best choice to give all this to. He's a dump truck. He hauls things. It's in his job description. And also dump trucks with a trailer on the back do exist. So yeah, it works. This doesn't bother me as much. And you have to admit, it definitely looks a lot better than the Superion spaceship conversion mode that Silverbolt has. Which, yeah, I suppose when you think about it as a spaceship conversion mode, it kind of works. But anyway, quick look at Long Haul here. So we just pull this off, and just so you see, it's held on by friction peg. So it's very easy to pull out. Just a couple of notches in the back right there. Anyway, quick look at Long Haul in his robot mode. So his gun storage there, optional. And if you don't want it there, you don't have to put it there. Nowhere else really you can put it. I suppose if you wanted, you could just have it sitting in the back there like that. That works. Actually, yeah, that really works. I may actually do that from now on. Damn, okay. Yep, I found storage for his gun and it works perfectly. Anyway, taking a quick look at the vehicle mode. So nice Decepticon logo on the front there, gunmetal grey on the grille. This piece here, I've never known what the hell this is supposed to be. Is this like an exhaust vent for the engine? But if it is, like, it's just going up into the canopy. But anyway, the cockpit there, big wheels, nice silver rims, complete total visible head syndrome there, and a couple of dots of purple and red on the truck bed itself. So yeah, it looks exactly like what you'd expect a G1 long haul dump truck to look like. So yeah, I think this is pretty cool. So might as well get straight down to it. Oh, actually, before we do comparisons, so we will compare him. Get over here. Here he is with Mixmaster. So you can see they are nearly the same length, actually. Very close. Long haul obviously has the height and the width. But yeah, they look good together. And with Scavenger. So yeah, look, the size works. That works for me. I think that size, that scales well for the G1 cartoon. Obviously the real life dump truck and excavator will be two vastly different sizes, but for the G1 cartoon it works. And actually, before I get on to transformation, just a quick look at the trailer here. So done very nicely. Same color scheme, and you know, it's obvious what you have sticking over. You've got cargo pods, missile pods, weapon pods, whatever you want to call them. The wings for the Devistator shield, chest piece on the bottom there. Everything is tabbed on. You know, it's not super secure, but it's not going to fall off either. You know, it's like, you would not think, if you were to strip all this down, you would not think that this turns into the crotch of the Devastator. Now I'll show more of that, of what I mean when we get the transformation, which is right now. And like Dublin bus, I take my time, but I get there in the end. So to start off, what I do is I just unpeg the arms, or no, hold on, there we are. Sorry, not the arms, the legs. Just bring them out and rotate them back just like that. Leave them there for now. You want to come to the arms. Now the arms tab in right here on both sides. So you just undo that, but you have to twist the arm. So you're basically so you're rotating it in to get this tab right there from that, this slot that's on the that there, from that tab. And then you just want to bring the arm up, rinse and repeat on the other side, rotate that to untab it, bring it up like that, and there you have him. I'm joking, of course that's not his robot mode. You want to then bring all this down. Now, actually, before you do that, you want to untab this, bring that down, open up the front here, which what the hell is actually? Which actually, if you look on the inside there, has some nice molded in detail there. So that's a nice touch there. Now, when you rotate it down, and it's actually a little bit of an automorph feature because his head starts to come up when you do that, and soft tubes into place. Just bring the head back down, rotate the chest piece up. This canopy, you just claps it down all together like that, and it should just tab in at the back, but mine is fighting me now. Why? Because reasons. All right, doesn't matter, it's not essential. Next, you want to just bring the arms up, and you'll have this tab here that will go into this gaping slot there, and that will just soft click into place. Bring the arms down, rotate the hands down, and there you have Lon Hull in his robot mode. And yeah, like, this guy is just a brute. He is, like, he's perfect. If there's only one critique I have about Lon Hull, it's this. I wish they found a way to just have these claps in on a hinge. Yeah, I can understand why they left it there, especially for the knee articulation, but just even fold them in somehow, like even fold them out so that they're on the inside, or I don't know, flip them down, flip them in. Like, these guys come up with the most complex engineering possible. You tell me they couldn't have figured this out? Like I said, minor critique. So quick look there at his head sculpt. Very, very much Lon Hull head sculpt. Now this, I don't know if this is animation accurate. I don't know if he had this square panel on the back of his head, or if this is just an homage to the G1 toy, because that is very much how his head was. But he still has full the range of motion you'd expect. Can do 360 turn. Head is on a ball joint, so as Emgo likes to say, you can get all sorts of wiggly waggly. For his arms, they can do a full 360. They can go out that far. They can only go, now if you want them pointed straight up, you will have to do it at the shoulder, but they can only go out that far. Bicep rotation is unfortunately non-existent, but that's because of the way it transforms. But you do have elbow rotation because of that ball joint, and he does get 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Shoulders, just for transformation, can only move down like that, if that serves any practical use for you. Nothing at the waist, which, yes, it's a running theme with these figures. Only one figure out of this set actually has waist rotation. So let's see if you can figure out who. Knees, now his knees are done kind of strange. They are here, but they are a solid click in. So you get less than 90 degrees of bend at the knee. However, this is where they're strange. If you use this hinge in his thigh, then you could theoretically get a full knee bend like that, even though it's not really his knee. And actually, for these thigh pieces, they are supposed to be clicked into place like that there. And then for his feet, they can't move up, they can't move down, but you do get Jean-Claude Van Damme level of ankle tiltage there, which looks pretty cool. For accessories, aside from the trailer, which I'll be showing off now in just a moment, the only other accessory you get is his little P-Sure, and that's adorable. That is adorable. And he can, of course, hold that in any hand, and he holds it very securely. That's one thing I will say about this entire set. All the figures hold their weapons very, very securely. So, with that out of the way, as I readjust, quick, so suppose we will get into his combine mode. Now, I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm not going to do him straight away. Instead, I'll focus on this first. So, what you want to do is remove these and then just rotate those pegs up into the backs of the hands. You then want to remove the chest pieces from here. And this is where, this is what I was talking about earlier. You would not think to look at this that this was going to become the upper thighs and crotch of Devistator. like, if you did not know this was a combination set, you would not think, oh, well, they're clearly thighs and a crotch. That, you know, so yeah, they've done a good job on this. So to get this transformed up, you want to get your thumb in here, just pull it back, swing this, all of this back just like that. You then want to just untab this hip skirt from the thigh on a nice heavy ratchet, and the thigh clicks, or the hip skirt clicks into that slot there. Untab that, bring those down, bring the hip skirts down. All of this back here, you just want to collapse down like that, leave it like that for now. And then these pieces here, just rotate them up, they will tab together right there. I don't know how well you can see that. So you have the tab and slot there, they will just click just like that. And leave that off to the side for now. Next, now we will concentrate on Long Haul himself. So, like with all the others, robot mode, or not robot modes, vehicle mode. So I will transform him very quickly off screen. Booyah! And we're back. All right. So to get him into his combined mode, it is easier if you start off in his alternate mode first. So you just want to get the legs and bring them back like that for now. The arms, just like when you're transforming them into robot mode, just untab them, but you're not bringing them down. You are bringing them up though. So bring them up just like that. Now, you will notice that there's this notch right here. This tab is going into that notch. So you will have to rotate the arms at the elbow, and this has to be done in a very specific way, which is now completely fighting me for some reason. I do not know why. I'm more than likely doing something terribly wrong. I'm a trained professional, people, I'll have you know. As if. All right, so you want this arm in that configuration there. So basically what you're doing is you have this notch right here that is going to go into this tab right here. And then once that is in place, there is this, now I don't know how well you're seeing that, but there's this tab just right on my fingernail there that is going to go into that notch. And it can be a little bit fiddly, or that could just be me. Anyway, rinse and repeat on the other side. Make sure you have everything lined up. Rotate things around, tab things in. It will fight you because the camera's on. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Tab it in just like that. And then you want to start bringing the legs down. Don't go any further than that, not yet anyway. And then you want to bring this back, and now see these two slots, these two tabs are going into those slots, so you just bring that down like that and it will rest at the back just like that there. This is where you now bring this piece here. Now this is a proper fiddle factor. So what's supposed to happen here is that you have these two guide rails, sliders, whatever you want to call them. They're supposed to go over these two tabs right there. The problem is that they're hard to see and line up, so you end up fighting it quite a bit, and the legs also have to be in a specific way so that they're not getting in the way too much. So you're just trying to get them together as best as you can. And this is where it fights you, because if you don't have everything lined up just right, it will make your life combining them just ridiculously hard. It is doable. It's just fidget factor central. And also, actually, there we go. Yeah, I had a feeling if his legs come down at that waist piece there, even just a slight bit, yeah, that's just going to cause so much headache and trouble for you. Now, for the legs themselves, you notice you have these two cutouts in the back there. That's because these two parts of his knees, I guess, are going to nestle in there just like that. There we are. And then for the final touch, you've got these tabs here. And actually this is a testament to the figure. These here are also heel spurs. I suppose they could be used as heel spurs. They'll definitely offer a lot more stability, but as you've seen earlier in the review, they're not needed at all. But anyway, that is how that all comes together. And there is Mix or Lon Hall. Why am I getting his name wrong so much? Lon Hall in his combine mode. And yeah, it all comes together quite well. It's not much to say. It's a Devistator stomach and crotch. It looks just like it. But anyway, that has been my look at Lon Hall. Finally get it right. There is only 2 more Constructicons to go through. And once I've reviewed them, I will then show you how to combine this guy. And yeah, he is going to be amazing. Crap, I never done the size comparison, but look, you've seen them in the background, so you know exactly what height scale you're working with here. In the next video, I'll do the robot mode comparison with Lon Hall and the others. Until then, peace out.